All right, time to take a look at the Hone DC Inverter Welder. Okay, so we got a nice thick cable, we got a standard connection, and a nice strong clamp. We can also see, if we look inside there, we got the different angles so we can put the stick in different directions. We got our grounding clamp. Now I always like to see this, we got a braided cable going from one side to the other, so that way if we make a good connection on this side, we don't have to worry about a pin to make our connection to the wire. It'll actually carry that connection with that cable. So very nice, and also a very good clamp. Comes with a strap, which is pretty cool, so you've got to carry this thing up a ladder, which is probably one of the main things that this is for, is just that mobility, because these are nice small welders. You can just take these things anywhere you need. We got our instructions, and we got the welder. Oh. And we got a wire brush and a chipping hammer. I genuinely love how tiny they're making these things. And just how light this thing is too. Like, look at that. You can carry the whole thing. That's amazing. On the back, we do have active cooling. We got our on-off switch, and this is a 110 plug, so you can plug this directly into your household outlet. And to me, that's always great, just because, like, if you're going onto a job site and they don't have 240, this will still work. Got a handle on the top, some ventilation on the side, and ventilation on the front. We got our negative and our positive terminals. We've got a nice spinning dial, which in my opinion is much nicer than the push-button ones where you got to press and hold and wait. With this, you want 120, you just spin it, you're there. Then we got our display to tell us what our output is currently at. And this is color coded, and it says the positive is the electrode. So this is DC electrode positive. We're just gonna line up that tab with the notch and give it a spin. And I did check the manual. The manual also says that this is electrode positive, so that is how we're gonna wire it up. So, just like that. So nice and simple. All I'm gonna do now is take it to the shop, see how well it welds. Okay. So let's start out with, we'll go with about 50. We go down to 40. I'm gonna need some thicker metal. So this is 50, this is 40. You can see it burned a hole right through it. We can see on the bottom, we got penetration on both. So even at 40 right here, we got plenty of penetration. Now, this isn't very thick metal. It's less than 1/8 of an inch. But really, that's gonna tell you the power that we can get out of this little welder. That's a ton of power for such, like this welder is ridiculously small. Like, it doesn't even make sense how small this thing is. So being able to do that at less than half power really shows what this thing is going to be able to handle. So here's a spare plate. It's a 1/8 of an inch thick, so it's a little bit thicker. It's got a bunch of other welds on there, but that's okay. We'll be able to still play around with this. So I'm going to go back to 50. Definitely laid down very nice. So that is this guy right there. And we got penetration all the way to the back. So yeah, 1/8 inch, 50 amps. That can handle that no problem. So yeah, overall, that is an awesome tiny little welder. Like, I can't say enough about how awesome that they're making tiny welders these days. I just love it. Yeah, that'll hold. That is a cool little welder.